Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to our beloved lecturer Dr. Nazni Nordin or Cik Mi, and to our fellow friends. And for today, our group will present about the topic Traffic Enforcement Investigation Department in Kuala Muda.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Mazlina binti Ganib. Today I want to present about traffic enforcement investigation uh, department. By introduction, this strategic management is provided to give an overview of the service work system provided at the Traffic Enforcement Investigation Department Kuala Muda, Kedah. The background of the organisation: establishment of Traffic Investigation and Enforcement Department Kuala Muda, Sungai Petani, Kedah aims to upgrade the existing traffic branch to 10 department in PDRM. The Traffic Enforcement Investigation Department JSPT Kuala Muda, Sungai Petani was established on 19 July 1978 at Jalan Kolam Air, Sungai Petani, Kedah. Traffic Enforcement Investigation Department Kuala Muda was formerly known as IPD Kuala Muda. The Traffic Enforcement Investigation Department Kuala Muda, Sungai Petani, Kedah has a total of 70 staff, including civil servant and the enforcement department. The objective of establishing the Kuala Muda Traffic Enforcement Investigation Department to be the leading agency in enforcement road law and educating all levels of society to obey road rules. Thus, with the existence of the Traffic Enforcement Investigation Department will be tied throughout the country. In fact, various related matters will be arranged and implemented for the purpose. It is hoped that with the establishment of this new department, this number of road accidents can be reduced. At the same time, the public is also advised to always practice more prudent driving and obey the law that have been set for the well-being of all parties. By the function and role of the Traffic Enforcement Investigation Department is an entity in the Royal Malaysian Police Force, which function as follow: traffic travel control and safety, investigation and prosecution of the traffic case, prohibition of traffic escort, collection and review of road accident data, implement new function, namely crime prevention and education to the community. By the duties of police officer, Traffic Enforcement Investigation Department, enforcement as the duties of the traffic police is not only to by issue summons. They are also responsible for ensuring smooth traffic and public safety. Section 20 of the Police Act list of the duties of police officer as follows: arrest all person whom he is authorized by law to arrest, process security intelligence, carry out prosecution, provide assistance in implementing any law relating to revenue, exercise hygiene, quarantine, immigration and registration.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Syafiqah and I will present about the issues or problems faced by the Traffic Enforcement Investigation Department. So the issues here, as you can see here, is the traffic offenders. So in the traffic offenders, there are three types of traffic offenders, which is the first one is drunk driver, second one is the illegal street racing or mat rempit, and the last one is road bully. Okay, so for the first one is the drunk driver. Drunk driver is someone who driving under the influence of alcohol and drug. So driving a motor vehicle after drinking alcohol has the potential to detrimentally affect any members of the community, including the passengers, driver and pedestrian. So based on the cases happen in Kuala Muda, a drunk driving that involving a lorry driver who was arrested for illegally driving under the influence of alcohol, and because of that, the situations involved with the 5 other vehicles and resulted in one death. So, a 27 years old man who drove a Produa Azhar already died while receiving the treatment, while the other suffered minor injuries. Okay, so the second one is the illegal street racing or mat rempit. So every year in Malaysia, there always a story of illegal street racing that ended in tragedy, and this has become a social problem among the youth. And the meaning of illegal street racing is riding a motor bicycle over the speed limit was invariable by the government. And for the mat rempit is the term of in Malaysia that which is individual who participate in activities such as illegal street racing, bike stunt performance, and public disturbance using a motorcycle. Okay, and according to the statistical report of the Loyal Malaysia Police was released last year, shows that there are 456 arrests made in 2010 through 2,363 operations conducted throughout the country in an effort to combat crime of illegal racing. So the cases happen is there are 3 teenagers were killed and another was seriously injured after they were all involved in a crash while riding motorcycles. Based on initial investigations, found that the accidents happened about 10:30 p.m. and involved 3 motorcycles, which is all the victims were either racing or riding a pillion. Okay, the last one is road bully. Road bully happen when drivers tend to get irritated when stuck in traffic, and any accident could spark anger and causing them to react. So the category of road bully is verbal insult, curses, threats, yelling and honking, rude and also offensive gesture. So the cases that happen in Kuala Muda, which is on April 8, 2013 in Kuala Muda, a young man was beaten because the party concerned was not satisfied with his action of cutting a car. So they attacked him with pointing a knife because he rode and offended the person concerned. For that, he suffered an injury to his arm and received 100 stitches because of that. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Syamimi Yasmin binti Johari. My turn. I want to explain about the strategic plan by Traffic Enforcement Investigation Department, which is we selected for 3 category. The first one is drunk driver. The second one is illegal street racing, or we call it as mat rempit, and the third one is road bully. The first issue is drunk driver. The heavy penalty should be imposed on any person found to be driving under the influence of alcohol. The other strategic plan also involved in school-based instructional programs. School-based instructional programs are effective at teaching teens not to ride with alcohol-impaired drivers. This also could prevent in future the generation involved in this crime. For this strategy, the Traffic Enforcement Investigation Department will took undercover to monitor the strategic location to eradicate illegal racing, especially during the school holiday. As we all know, the most mat rempit came from the youngest person who did not have the license yet. So this is dangerous to them because they are still underage. Even the parents of a teenager underage will be facing consequences if found that they involved in any illegal racing activity, and the supporters and spectators of illegal racing will be also prosecuted. The last issue is a road bully. The Traffic Enforcement Investigation Department advised to immediately go to the police station to report the incident and allow the police to conduct an investigation into the accident. Before that, we can use any recording of the accident crime, any any dashcam record. It could be help the PDRM to solve this problem from the beginning. Second is Traffic Enforcement Investigation Department also will take action by educate road user to practice tolerance with each other to prevent any bad outcome in future. So for the road user also could play some role to educated each other, their family, to not involve or not to act aggressive when this kind of problem, which is a road bully, happen in their life or in future.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Hasimah binti Long Hussein. So I'm going to explain more about the evolution on the strategy that have been taken by the organizations. First of all, digital transformation has become a necessity in this modern era, whether in transportations, buildings, roads, or in any sectors. The emergence of artificial intelligence (AI), virtual reality, drones, site robots, and other smart construction techniques and concepts are now being applied at almost all sectors and industry in Malaysia across the world. Malaysians has make a wake-up call in bringing the strategy innovation in line with the digital transformation in demand in traffic across the nation has become one of the current concern in years. Such example, with the reopening of economic activities, traffic congestion once again beat the life of city dwellers. One way to relieve the optimized vehicle flow, as we briefly in the experience during MCO phase, is through traffic lights. In order to cater this issue, with the TM1, the business solution arm of Telekom Malaysia Berhad, TM, has developed a system that can program traffic lights to respond to real-time data collected by connected cameras and sensors. The Smart Traffic Analytics and Recognition System, called by STARS, STERS, employs a combination of cloud and edge-based computing and analytics to automatically adjust traffic light to optimize the traffic flow through a junction. Alternatively, the real-time information enables the engineers to remotely alter the sequence of traffic lights accordingly. Any faults in traffic signal can be detected. In addition, with the rollout of 5G connectivity in Malaysia that allow the streaming of real-time video from roadside cameras to artificial intelligence system that can estimate times for each vehicle, and it can be count to the number of vehicle by classify them according to the type and recognize vehicle registration plates. It's also capable of detecting ambulance, police cars, and fire engines. That system will able to automatically adjust the operations of traffic light to let the emergency vehicle drive through the junction safety. Next is the Royal Malaysian Police will for the first time to be utilizing digital in-car and intelligent compound online payment systems known as ICOPS or ISOPS to crack down errant drivers of the nation's highways and expressways. The in-car technology will be used as a speed limit detection device and will be in addition to the normal enforcement operation to detect vehicle exceeding the set speed limit. Meanwhile, the ICOPS tool will detect traffic offenders who have outstanding summons and traffic arrest warrant. This will include vehicles involved in criminal cases such as stolen vehicles, clones, and so on. With both equipment implemented by police highway patrol teams, which assigned to conduct patrol along national highway, has including with the cooperation with Plus Expressway, are said to be very helpful in storing and building vehicle profile systematically for police analysis records.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Norm Amira bin Sohiman. I will continue the presentation with suggestion and a conclusion. Based on the issue discussed, PDRM should formulate more proactive strategic action to overcome the issue in the best possible way. The strategic management formulation is important in order to improve image and maintain Malaysia's position as the most peaceful country in the world based on Global Peace Index GPI 2022. In the context of strategic management, PDRM can focus to improve operational management. Therefore, there are several suggestions for PDRM strategic plan. First, PDRM need to strengthen human resource management. Human resource management is an important aspect to be highlighted by recruiting the right people with the right skills. The selection process needs to be done properly and the recruitment must be in line with the objective and direction of the PDRM. PDRM also need to use the holistic approach in training and development program. Manpower planning is also important to control various criminal activity on the road. PDRM needs to ensure the ability of field vacancy distribution and deployment of personnel. Second, PDRM needs to manage organizational culture. Values in an organization will determine the capacity of the result to be presented. In the case of PDRM, the value always must be in line with practice in the most of the action. They should consider integrity, public accountability, and upholding human rights. Therefore, this value should be expanded into reality by applying rules, procedures, and instructions. Effort to change the PDRM culture to high professional standard and supported by moral and ethical values can promote public confidence and a sense of humanity in society. This is because the high commitment among PDRM members can indirectly help the country reduce the rate of road crime. Third, PDRM need to establishment of external accountability. The role of the PDRM is very large power to ensure the protection of the people right, including the safety of life and the property. Their duty carried out must be always to be guided by the correct rules, law and procedures. Therefore, a national external and independent body should be created to investigate the police accountability and to deal with the operational problem of the member. This initiative can improve the credibility of PDRM and help the government to reduce the rate of road crime. In conclusion, the PDRM should always formulate more strategic management in dealing with the various issues of national security. In an effort to improve PDRM performance, it needs to strong and inspiring leadership. Every organization certainly has the talent and opportunity to achieve the goal that has been set, as long as they always try to carry out their responsibility and more productivity. So, it is important to PDRM to focus on the implementation of administrative innovation more effectively.